Savage Report.
Welcome to the Savage Report, and I'm here with my gang.
It's your girl, Lela, Bizz.
And we got a special guest.
Another one.
The community activist.
Oh man, that's crazy.
The one, he's the man for
Don't
the
call
people.
me that.
He's for the people.
Don't call me that.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
man,
Radio B.
Radio B.
What up? What up?
What's up, man? How you
good.
doing, man? So, first off, I'm asking this because I ask everybody this. How old are you?
I'm
He has a
43.
gas station.
23?
43.
I thought he said
You are
23.
23, like, nigga, you a lie.
I was about to be like, God damn,
Show
boy.
me your birth certificate.
He's 43. All right.
Yeah.
So why did Nicholas F. and Mike have a problem telling me how old they were?
I think that people who are at the age of 40,
What Mike say he was infinite?
Something like that. They didn't tell me what his age was.
Infinite.
I just feel like at that age or like coming close to 40, you get to that point where you be like, how old do I look? I feel like it's always that thing.
You do look rather young.
Hey man, thank you. I
could
appreciate
definitely
that.
give
I
you
appreciate
like
that.
30, 35, 35, my age.
And I appreciate it because that's with the grades. So
I didn't even notice the grades.
If I took the beard off, I probably definitely fall down that
Like the
way.
baby face.
You know what I mean?
So what high school did you graduate from?
Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah.
I graduated from Manchester.
I saw that. I saw you say that on another episode.
Someone guessing what year you graduated?
2000.
I graduated 2008.
Okay.
That's all right, man. I only went there for like half a school year, but I graduated there. I got my diploma
That's
from
all right.
that.
You a Lancer. That's
For
all right.
sure. For sure. And I remember the year I graduated, the album, I want to say the Carter 3 had dropped.
Oh wow.
And that
That's
was like
crazy.
our graduation album. Like that
I
was
can imagine.
That was
huge.
lit.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Big time.
Wayne was on. Like I always look at that album like it's not my favorite Wayne album, but it was definitely the album that like solidified his run, like the crazy run that he was having at that time.
I think that album low key was what made him go from like
for sure.
Underground, like everybody know him, but he's underground to like having an album with pop success to it.
100%.
Lollipop, you know, a Millie. Like, come on, man. Those songs was epic, man.
Yeah, super
epic.
crazy.
That was a crazy run, bro. That was a crazy run in hip hop.
You'll never see something like that again, probably.
Yeah, man. So I did my research a little bit on you.
What you know?
And do you consider yourself like the top battle rapper?
No. Mm-mm.
You take a lot of faith in your battle rap skills. I see you sharpening your sword like every day on social media.
Me?
Sword.
No. I don't even think I'd be on it like that. And I mean, I haven't battled in years now. I mean, I run a league still. But I haven't battled, I want to say since 2019.
You think you can still hold your own?
Oh, for sure. There's no question about that.
You still have a love for the sport.
Yeah. I mean, my sword's still my sword, but I just, I've had so much going on since that period of time that it requires like a different switch, like to focus for battle rap, like, you know what I mean? For preparation and the place I go to mentally for that, I just don't be feeling like I got the time and also like the motivation. Like I'm opponent motivated. You know what I mean? Like every time that I battled, even the first time, it was like, who's the best person I could put in front of me? You know what I'm saying? And I want to feel like I could die. If I can't feel like you kill me, I don't want to stand in front of you. Unless it was like URL. So my last battle was on URL. So the guy they put me in front of, that's probably the only person, one of the only people I ever battled where it's like, yo, I picked this person because I feel like they could kill me. Like I knew I was gonna walk through him. You know what I'm saying? Because that was somebody they picked. You know what I mean? But other than that, I try to.
So you didn't have a choice in who you battled your last battle. URL picked them for you?
Yeah.
So I got a lot of questions, man. How did you get on URL? Is it like a scouting thing they do?
So that was actually what was called Proving Grounds. So they have they used to have a thing called Proving Grounds. Now it's the Crucible process, which is a whole
Let people know what URL
convoluted.
is, just for the folks who don't know.
Ultimate Rap
Ultimate
League
Rap.
Smack. So
Mhm.
Smack. So a lot of people are familiar with Smack.
Yeah.
That's Smack's league. It's the biggest league in battle rap. And yeah, so at that time it was the Proving Grounds.
Mm-hmm.
It was when they had just rolled the app out.
Okay.
Which, you could have a couple of different viewpoints on what the app has done to battle rap. I feel like it was good for URL business wise, but I feel like it was kind of like limiting for battle rap and its growth, because a lot of the battles that were influential, a lot of the way people were discovering battle rap, especially at that time when it was super hot, was through YouTube. So like once the battle started shifting to the app, it was behind a paywall. So it's like only the people that really, really into it was really paying for it to see it. But so it was really around that time. Matter of fact, my battle prior to that, which was on URL against Spanish Harlem, was like one of the first battles that actually got uploaded to the app. So when the app dropped, there was like 15 battles on there, and our battle was one of those battles. So
that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
rap. My friend Jack Boy.
Jack Boy name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my little bro. That's like my that's my
okay.
bro. Yeah, that's my guy. He'll
How
tell
do you keep up with all of these battle rappers? I mean, I know that
I'm a fan.
Well, I'm talking about like not just being a fan of it, but like also like hosting these events. Like everybody who wants to be somebody, somebody that's somebody, somebody that used to be somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you?
I have a huge
memory base.
I have a huge network of rappers, I would say. You know what I mean? Like as far as like, because like you said, with like Rap Elite, between Rap Elite and Southpaw, it's like I come across every rapper that want to rap. You know what I'm saying? If whether they just getting into it or whether they used to rap and want to come back and do a cypher or whatever. So I know a lot of rappers in the region and beyond. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how it's just being immersed in it.
Anyway.
It's being immersed in it.
Between like 2017, 2019, that's when I started seeing like the battle leagues coming to Richmond, the old alley cats. You remember that spot?
So we started a league, Southpaw Battle Coalition. We started our league in 2016. I'm not gonna say we responsible for that. But I will say that we played a big part in influencing people to see Richmond as a market for battle rap. When we started out, we brought people like JC and Danger Zone.
JC, small JC.
Yeah. He was one of my favorites, and that was my second battle. I battled JC.
You battled JC?
In the first Southpaw event at the Broadberry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was the only reason I battled him. I battled Bravo first. That was my first battle. Me and Bravo. And Lela was one of the ring card girls in the battle.
Okay.
So, battle Bravo, and I only wanted to battle once. Like I'm like, yo, in this format, I need battle one time, and that's gonna be it. Like and I'm just gonna go back to rap, doing music.
Okay.
It was like a bucket list thing. And so once we did that battle, it was a huge battle. It was like 350 people there. And
it was
it was crazy. Like, and I was like, after this battle, I knew everybody was want to battle me. And I was like, I don't want to battle. So I put this like thing, like I was like, the only way I ever battle again is if I battle JC, because that's like my favorite battler.
JC
so it was like
nice.
And in my mind, I didn't know how like booking of battlers, like I didn't run a league then, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand like the booking of battlers. I used to see him on like URL and like Big Lee. So like I'm just thinking that's just something that I can do to shoo people away. If I say that, then they're like, oh, he don't plan on ever battling again. That was my, you know what I mean? So Bravo though, he's like, yo, I could make the battle happen. I could get you JC. And I'm like, yo, what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, so anyway, like a bunch of different things went on. He was running the league at the time. And, long story short, that he ended up not being a part of that for some differences that they had one being his desire to make that battle happen. And he left the league, and me and Nick, I have been like just kind of like supporting the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like just showing up to the events and like trying to get people in the Richmond hip hop scene to cover the Richmond battle rap scene, because the two were kind of divided. Not kind of, but very divided.
Yeah, because these young rappers ain't battling nobody, man.
Yeah. I mean,
not with them words.
You're right. You're right. So I just looked at it like, okay, if I can get the music folks and the fans to come over here, whatever, and I was supporting some of the battlers, but I just enjoy going to the events.
Yeah.
That's culture.
But you know, my presence is kind of funny. Like some people feel like, I don't know. It was like people feel threatened. So
who?
Why you had to say it like
that? Who feel threatened?
It's just people that was running the league just didn't feel like, they felt like maybe I was coming to try to like
the league in Richmond or the
league in Richmond.
Oh, okay.
Like I was trying to like take over or whatever, and it wasn't that. I really wanted to just help. I ain't want the responsibility at the time.
It's only how many leagues is it in Richmond? How many leagues was it in Richmond at that time?
Man, look.
He's trying to
he's really trying to zero in. We not get all everybody. Anybody that know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But it's just to get to the point of Bravo left that league. I'm like, I still want to help out in the culture. You know what I mean? So we got with Nick, and Bravo. We started Southpaw Battle Coalition, and one of the first event was 2016 at the Broadberry. It was me versus JC. It was Bravo versus Moon, the second battle.
Moon, okay.
And Nick battled Danger Zone. Okay. And then we had a couple other undercard battles. Artillery to God battle Breeze the Poet. I want to say might have been one more. Forgive me if I forgot you, but yeah, that was how that started. And I mean, because of how that came out, I mean, Broadberry and the way we filmed it, and the names that we brought to the city and all of that.
Girls, it
was a big like production, and like it caught the eye of like people in battle rap at large, like people that were not just in the area, but people that were around the area. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I even realized, because I was still so green to the politics of battle rap. I don't think I understood what that meant. You know what I'm saying?
So it's politics, but I think
it had a lot to do with bringing Smack ended up coming in.
So it's politics and everything. What are the politics in battle rap? Or just to name a few?
Like gatekeeping.
Lots of gatekeeping. Lots of gatekeeping. I mean, even in putting that event together, there was some gatekeeping going on. I think from the URL folks, where we had to make some changes to get that happening. I didn't even realize like the main recruiter, for URL lived in Richmond. Still lives in Richmond. Like, who? But never be out.
Did you say who? One more time.
Who are these people? His name.
No, his name. All right, so his name is P. Like P is the guy that you'll see like bringing a lot of the up and coming talent into URL, and he's responsible for probably everything but the super main stages. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But he's lived in Richmond for a long time, you know what I'm saying? But he be on the low. Like he's not involved in the Richmond hip hop scene or the Richmond battle rap scene. He don't really be out at events, but he's around. So, it's like, I didn't realize all of this during that time. You know what I'm saying? I was still very, like I said, very green to it. But I jumped in with both feet from a battler perspective and from a league owner perspective. Like I was trying to compete. It might try too hard.
So who won the battle between you and JC?
I say
that beautiful being.
I say JC got it. How
many views?
Oh man, I wish I could remember. I think it's probably around 70K, something like that.
Why do you say he won?
I just think I think it's controversial because much love to JC. I just feel like one of the bigger bars that he landed in the second round, I feel like it was somebody else's bar, but I ain't gonna say he bit it. I just gonna say like, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, when I say the bar, I mean the performance and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, I hate to say that because I think he's
It was
one
deja
of
vu.
He's like that.
You know what I mean? He's like that.
He's like that.
He's amazing. You know what I'm saying? But so I always kind of like deduct points for that in that particular round. You know what I'm saying? If I deduct points for that, I feel like I could have edged that round. But I feel like I got the third and he definitely got the first.
So
I was stiff. Like I felt like the energy I brought to that battle was different than the energy I brought to the Bravo battle, my first battle. And I feel like I was trying too hard to outright JC as opposed to like just battling him with like, I don't know, just a different fluidity and energy that I had when I battled the first time.
So let me ask you this. So we've talked about battle rap and explain, like, is it a role? Is it an acting job? Like, what's so different about battle rap than a performance of you rapping a song that you put together? Like, what is, how can you explain what that role is? Because I feel like it's a role.
I feel like, I mean, it's definitely a performance. I would say it's a combination of it's rap, like rap, pure rap, but then like spoken word, stand-up comedy, improv. You know, I think it's like all of that.
You have to be charming.
Yeah, it's like all of that rolled into one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're doing it at the peak of what you could do, like you would want to incorporate all of those things. You know what I'm saying? I don't think everybody does, but I try to.
I'm a big fan of battle rap. And I can honestly say, like, one of my favorite battle rappers of all time, he doesn't rap no more, was SoulKhan.
Okay.
And I know that's random as hell. A lot of people probably don't even know who that is.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
I was early to YouTube, like,
that's that grind time.
Yeah, like SoulKhan was different. Like, SoulKhan smoke your boots.
What did you like about him?
Man, you just gotta watch him. Just look up SoulKhan. It's a delivery. It's the punchlines. Like, he's funny.
Yeah.
I like people that can make me laugh in a battle rap. You know, that's why I like Charlie Clips so much. Charlie Clips can talk that shit, but he's also make me laugh.
I had a checkbox for all my battles. Like, there's certain things that I had to, like, to me, and this is what I started from my very first battle on, like, because I studied it and I was like, if that was gonna be my only battle, I wanted people to say I did everything that a great battle rapper can do. So I'm gonna make sure I freestyle. I'm gonna make sure I rebuttal. I'm gonna make sure I make them laugh at him. I'm gonna make sure. So everything.
You make sure you have a call and response. I like when people do that too.
Always, you know what I mean?
Drop
You
out.
gotta talk that shit.
Yeah. Like, so I wanted that. I'm gonna make sure that my punches are like, I get credit as being like a good puncher, not just, you know what I mean? So it's like a lot of different things. So I always be like, if you look at any of my battles, I make the room laugh at my opponent at least one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gonna laugh at you at least one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have some sort of freestyle or improvisational bar in every round, except for that last battle. I didn't have to use anything for that battle.
Do you think that a choke, right? You know what a choke is. You know, do you think a choke, even if you can redeem yourself, right? Do you think that automatically should make you lose
the round?
Leaves the round or sometimes the battle? Because, like, I watched that Low Deluxe battle when he came out with the suit and everything. He gonna get this work. I watched that. But I watched the full one and he choked. He choked. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like he lost that first round. He had to come back in that second round, that third round to win everything. But that first round was
he definitely choked
atrocious choke, bro.
Yeah. I don't think that there's levels to choking. Right? You have stumbles, you know what I'm saying? You have just full on out. You have like forgot, and then you pick it back up.
That was that.
But I'm saying he choked that first round out.
Choked.
You know what I mean? He picked it up in the second round, but like he choked that first round out. But it's like there's, you could take a minute, or not a minute, but like,
a minute, a long time.
A minute, a long time.
Like,
20 seconds or something like that, and then you pick it back up. Somebody would consider that a choke. You know what I'm saying? But I think if your round is more potent than the other person's round, and you had that stumble, I mean, we could discuss that round going to you. You know what I'm saying?
It's like boxing.
It's just it's like the collective.
Yeah, but
thing.
And like that battle in particular, right?
Oh yeah, he definitely lost that first round.
He lost that round completely.
For sure.
But I forgot the other dude he battled. Calico.
Yeah.
You know, his rounds, no choking all the way through. And I felt like he didn't have home field advantage. So a lot of the crowd was like, he had some solid bars, but they was booing him regardless. A boo would make me get off the stage, bro. I can't handle no boos.
Yeah, I don't think I ever experienced
Do people
that.
be booing it?
Oh my God, do they boo it?
No, we don't really do that. We don't really
respect the speaker.
Yeah, because BC, he set the stage. You know, BC is our cameraman. He also shoots for URL, but he sets the stage, the tone for you know, what it's going to be. And one of the things that he tells the crowd off the rip is like, if you don't like it, just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And just
that hurts more than anything.
But what about so that might work when it's hometown heroes. But if you got a motherfucker coming from out of town, coming to your city, and
I think that's a New York thing.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's a New York thing, and it's a big stage thing. Okay. Like that don't happen in battle rap in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we be in, our quarters are too close for you to be born. Which you born and you in arm reach. Like, you and four of y'all over here doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I have been in New York rap battle scene. I've been up there before. If you are from Philadelphia and you get on that stage and you that's why it's like that's the Mecca, but it's kind of like one of the worst crowds. That
like,
and Jersey. Jersey niggas is rude. Yeah. They rude, and they mostly Crips. They're rude. They rude as shit, bro. But I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle getting on that. Because once you start choking, like when you're choking, I don't care what the rules is, the crowd gonna be like, oh, like everybody gonna make a noise. And at that point, you might as well boo me. I'm no good.
That's one of the reasons why, when you ask, like, if I feel like I'm the best, like I feel like I could be the best. Mm-hmm. But I can't ever take that because I haven't given myself up to battle rap the way that others have. Like, I haven't had a road match. You know what I'm saying? All my battles been in Richmond. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to, but it just didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say, I'm confident. I'm actually more confident that my material would hit in a room full of strangers than it has in Richmond, to be 100% honest with you. You know what I'm saying? My experience around some of the people, just, and I have different theories for that. One of the reasons is the crowd we always brought out is a hip hop crowd, not necessarily a battle rap crowd, because I'm a hip hop artist. So as an artist, like the people that follow me in general, follow me for music. And we also brought a bunch of people into Southpaw that were also artists too. They weren't battle rappers. We turned them into battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna be a battle rapper.
Okay. I'm telling you right now, I be watching the women battle rap. I don't think you have the because
I'm sensitive. But Radio said he's gonna work with me.
I'm a coach here. Yeah,
I feel you, but the second
she can do it. She got the
Radio. The second somebody says something that's going to hit her.
Yes,
she's going.
And I'm gonna bust out a song.
Yeah, yeah. Because I seen some like that Charlie Clips when he was going at that Farrah. Was it Farrah?
Farrah.
Yeah, when he was going at her, he was saying some things I know for a fact you would not be able to stomach.
Like, what he say?
Oh my God. He was saying her pussy stank. She got STDs. She fuck a lot of dudes.
Those are not true. But if you actually said somebody I had sex with, I might choke up. Like,
Damn.
Because people going to say
is that a fear? Is that a fear for you, Radio? Like to get up, like if you on there battling,
they really start talking some real shit.
Or what if like you in the middle? You might be in that zone rapping, and somebody might not even boo you. They might just say something and take your attention off your rhyme for a second, and then you choke a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the best of them do it.
I've never seen you choke.
I've seen Charlie Clips choke.
I had a bad stumble in my third round against Red Handed. That was the only. And okay, so And my second round on my first URL battle against Spanish Harlem, I didn't choke, but I got cotton mouth crazy. I told my corner, I call him my corner. I told my corner at the end of round 1 to go get me some water. They ain't get it for me.
Damn.
And like as I'm moving through this second round, and I'm hitting, like my material hitting. And then I could just feel like my tongue just literally starting to stick.
You get that white stuff in the side of your mouth, like Tay-Rock?
I mean, Tay-Rock was right there. Matter of fact, the crazy part is he the one that be like, "Oh, get him some water." Like, cause like I'm literally like my tongue is like Velcro. I ain't worried about the color. I'm worried about it actually peeling off. Like it was like that. Like, and so I'm trying to get through this material. They give me the water. I get the water. As soon as I get the water, I'm like, I'm back. I'm clicking. Yeah. And they like, Tom. Like, you know, I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
So now you always have your water.
But my third, the crazy thing is my third, I used that.
It was a freestyle?
I end up like, so I was hitting like my written material was going crazy.
Yeah.
And then like after like my biggest reaction in the middle of that, I was like something. I can't remember what the setup line was, but the following line was like, you see what happened when a nigga don't got cotton mouth? And like that shit just took the round, like the whole room just went crazy.
He
like,
did it!
Yeah, so it's like, that's crazy. But so like, that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta have them tools though. But yeah, other than that, as far as people saying stuff, the worst thing, you know, anybody ever did to me is like say my wife name, my girl at the time, my wife name, like her government name. You know what I'm saying? In a battle. Like, and because it was said once in one battle and then it happened and then it got said 2 other battles because niggas will you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're like, now I know his girl named Erica. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, and so it's like, that's the part that, cause it's like, once the battle is done, that's forever. Like everybody that watched the battle now, they all, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
I couldn't do it, man, because I'd be like,
because I'm ready to fight now.
I'd be just like
I live solid, so that's the other thing. I live solid, so only thing else you could do is lie on me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's enough to make me fight.
And that, so as long as, so I used to tell people, don't lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you because I've had real live dirt on people, and I don't really. That's not how I operate. You know what I mean?
You gotta
like,
just get mean, man.
It's like
you gotta be like, touch me if you want to. Touch me if you want to. That's what Tay-Rock do. That man has the most almost fights I've ever seen in battle rap, bro.
Oh yeah,
you have to be so strong to take that scrutiny in front of everybody.
But some people can't take it. Like Matt Hoffa. He can't. He done punched motherfuckers in the face for absolutely nothing. But he got his issue with Disaster though.
Yeah,
remember that happened?
Yeah,
he got his issue with Disaster. He got his issue with Disaster.
Being out, you know,
West
on
Coast
the other side of the
different,
country,
bro.
Well, you know, it's, when people got the numbers, you know, they take advantage of that. You know, I feel like that was, you know, he said it. He was set up. But I mean, he was definitely karma is karma. You know what I'm saying? It's karma too. So no offense to either one of them brothers, but I'm really into battle rap a lot, bro. And it's like I could sit there and I'll watch it. I'll watch them hours and hours of YouTube battles, old ones and new ones, because I still got my favorite like type of battles. Like that one with Loaded Lux and Calico, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, he was talking that shit. Yeah,
bro.
that was kind of like one of them ones that kind of got me like back into watching battle rap because I feel like I wasn't really even watching it for a while.
That one, almost every Charlie Clips battle, it's just like, this dude is amazing.
Yeah, he's a freestyle.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
That's my only, you know, with him is he don't really he don't take enough time to really discipline himself. He can, but he just don't.
Depending on how much money he gets paid, it depends on what kind of Charlie Clips you're gonna get tonight.
He can freestyle so well.
You don't even know.
He'd just be like, I'll write a round and a half and then I'll just freestyle the rest.
And that's how like DNA is nice.
Sometimes it turns out really good. Sometimes and it has moments. And then the rest of the battle be like.
He don't lose often though.
No, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat somebody because his personality as well, like pairs so well with his freestyle, his humor. You know what I'm saying? Like he's real humorous.
Yeah.
Well, I
go
got
ahead.
something to say. Take us back to Little Radio.
Okay.
When did you fall in love with hip hop?
I always have a hard time answering that. Because I look at it like I don't think I had even when I wasn't aware of it. Like I was born in the Bronx, you know what I mean, in the 80s where hip hop was born, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was something I grew into just naturally. So where I fell in love with it, I just felt like I grew up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was it. You know what I'm saying? Whether I even...
Did you have influences in your family?
Yeah, my brother rapped. But I didn't... The crazy thing is, I don't ever... I knew my brother rap, but I don't remember actually hearing him
Basically,
ever
he
rap.
ain't fucking with you.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't want that smoke.
It wasn't something he was dedicated to. You know what I'm saying? But... and then my sister, before she passed, like she was heavily into it. You know what I mean? My mom would take her to, I remember my mom was like, she took her to a Run DMC and Beastie Boys concert at Madison Square Garden. And she was like, they had a big, like inflatable dick on stage for the Beastie
Jesus
Boys.
Christ.
Yeah, like
One of the
Beastie
kids?
Boys. The Beastie Boys were wild.
Yeah,
you know
it was
what I'm
a wild
saying?
boys.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I just felt like I grew up with it.
You remember your first rhyme?
Yeah. So I started actually rapping in the 10th grade. I could have started rapping in the 8th grade. So that's when I wrote my first rhyme in the 8th grade. But when I wrote it, and I don't know what would have made me bring it to school, but it wasn't a good idea. Somebody got a hold of it. And bruh, when I tell you I got roasted all day.
Damn.
My rhyme read to me.
Your rhyme was trash or something?
It was my first rhyme.
Oh, man.
Of course it was trash.
I'm just saying.
At first pinstripe.
Yeah, I mean,
It was that bad that the kids made fun
man,
of you? Damn.
it could have been, I gave you power. They was going to make it the worst rap ever. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't let people read your rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
So what was the rhyme?
I have no idea. I don't
Damn.
remember. But it was...
It was traumatizing?
It was trauma. See, that was a weird year for me because...
Puberty.
No, it's not even that. I had just started in that school, kind of like, I was having a rough time transitioning. I was living in the West End up to like the middle of the 8th grade. And then I moved from the West End over to Manchester Middle. And yeah, it's like my cousin Frank was there and, you know, his friend.
Is he older than you or younger?
He's like almost a year younger.
Okay.
Yeah. So like we're in the same grade though. And you know, I'm just like Frank's cousin, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like having a rough time like adjusting to like not knowing anybody. Like the culture was way different. Cause in the West End, it's like I'm talking short pump middle. We talking like super diverse. Like it was just different. You know what I'm saying? So coming to Manchester Middle is like more so just, I'm still like just having, just things would happen to me. Like I remember I running back to lunch table and like slipped on my jacket, like went up in the air and came down, like the whole cafeteria, like
This
nerd. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, it's just like one of these, like these instances where you're just like, yo, it's like being on a movie where like you're the new kid in school and shit just not going your way. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of open season for me for that. But that made me like, oh, I can't like go rapping for me.
So what made you bring it to school?
I don't know.
You gonna tell your friends?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Did I write it in school? Or
That's like me when I was in middle school and I tried out for the middle school football team. I got hit one time. Everybody laughed at me. I ain't played football since.
That's crazy. See what I'm saying?
Never
It'd be
been
little things like that that you could have been the best football player in the whole world. Like,
I ain't know nothing about no football.
That's the thing
You
about
talking about run a route. I ran the route. I'm gonna come out of nowhere and hit the shit out of me. Before I can even catch the ball, I went up for it. They say, no, I'm on the ground. I don't even remember how I got on the ground. That was the last time I put on a
man.
football pass. That's the last time I ever did anything related to football. I don't even watch football.
I don't
I
even
don't watch that shit.
I'm
That shit
saying.
knocked the wind out of me. I thought I was gonna. I was laying there. Coach was like, "You be all right." I'm over here like, I'm trying to breathe. Hell nah, bro.
So I'm like grateful that I spun the block because we wouldn't be having this
Absolutely.
conversation. So it's
Yeah.
like,
In the 8th grade, I tried out for the choir. 6th grade, I tried out for the choir. And it's 6th grade, you're coming in, you don't know these people.
Yeah.
They didn't go to my elementary school. And we all had to sing the national anthem, I'm not the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner by ourselves so she could figure out which, are we an alto, a soprano, or a tenor? And I always knew I could sing, but my confidence wasn't there. And this, what I realized is once I'm nervous, my voice gets to shaking and it could be bad. So I start off really strong. Oh, say, and I heard, oh, she can sing. Can you sing?
Damn.
Yes. And that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. And I was so embarrassed that I couldn't even hold my cry in. I started crying right then and there, which was also embarrassing. Like, oh my God.
The thing about me, I love a good choke. I love to watch people choke.
This
bruh.
one girl came
No, I
over
can't
to me.
take
She
it.
was
That-
like, "Stop! Don't make fun of."
You would have seen me laughing.
No.
I love to laugh at people's pain.
But what if I
Nah,
would stop singing
I
then?
can't. I hate seeing that.
You hate, but so
Even in battle rap?
hold on,
Yes,
though.
I
So
had
you never-
secondhand embarrassment. I don't like seeing
So
people choke.
y'all ain't grow up watching the Apollo?
I hated when the
I hated when the
Sandman
Sandman
came out.
Man,
That was not-
Especially when they sung a gospel song. How dare you, D?
And then
That
on
shit was
top of that,
trash.
that was the other thing too with the Apollo, bro. You could not rapping. Well, you couldn't rap. You
Yeah.
up there
Unless you
and
was already
rap.
established.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the amateur night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you go up there, as soon as you open your mouth to go
Boo!
rhyme,
I love it. I love
like,
it good.
I hated that.
I love those type of bombs. I love it when like you got a concert like Party Next Door. Shout out to Party Next Door with his trash ass concerts. I went to see Party Next Door live. He is trash.
Really?
And live.
Music Soul
Live.
Child is too. Cannot sing
So
a
they
lick.
said, see, I got a theory about that. They said that the way he performs now is nowhere near as good as it was in his
You saw
prime.
Music Soul Child?
Yeah,
I heard
in
he
his
was
prime.
always trash.
I ain't hear that.
I heard he was always trash, and he's a studio singer.
They have YouTube videos of
cracking.
him in Europe on like a speakeasy tour.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how he had like, you know, you got little bars and stuff.
Mhm.
He had those in Europe and it's all good. Maybe it might have been some after editing or something.
I don't know, but
I don't know. But I love Party Next Door is trash. But the songs are such a vibe and there's so many women there that it doesn't even matter. But that I was there when he was at Virginia Beach and he had that fucking that couch on stage and he was just sitting there singing. It was me. It was for every 30 women, it was one guy. You know what I'm saying?
That
like
sucks.
it's a lot of women that go to this shit. But his music helps his voice out a lot because
Mhm.
we're singing the song. We don't need him to sing it. But he's trash when it comes down to it. His vocals is not on point.
they were
He's not a
booing
singer.
him.
They were nothing hell no.
Oh.
But he was that bad that
You felt
everybody
like he was
acknowledged
choking.
that it was that bad.
Yeah, that's how it was
But-
in the Music Soul
But it's
Child.
okay though. It's okay.
Or he
'cause
was
his
booing him. I said, you're embarrassing.
Ori must know how to fight then. Because
Yeah, we was in the nosebleed.
I'm not booing
Yeah.
a nigga unless everybody is
But
booing.
everybody was like, it's like as soon as he opened his mouth, everybody had that.
Damn, music.
Everybody was doing it. Everybody was like, what
But
the
no,
fuck?
I've seen Lauryn Hill have some bad days on stage though.
But we already know what she is and what she done.
Yeah,
like
man,
she
we know.
don't have to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to sing a note clear again for me.
Word.
Sometimes, I don't know.
Word.
I don't know. But I can sit up here and say that my favorite chokes are comedian chokes. I love it when the
Oh, I
comedian goes
hate
up
that.
there.
But I love a great heckler.
I love
can't-
it.
yeah.
Depends because I like hecklers getting their business done to them though.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I like
I
the
love
comeback.
that.
Don't play with
I
the
like
wrong.
that.
Don't play with the
But
wrong.
I
that
love to
clapback.
see somebody like on stage and like forget their words and shit. I don't know
my
why.
God, I hate
I don't know
that.
why.
I have
don't know.
secondhand embarrassment. I hate
Yeah,
to
nah.
see people
I
like,
love
you
it.
know,
It-
get
I
embarrassed.
don't pray for your downfall. I don't want you to get up there
It
and
kind of
choke.
sound like that.
But if you're up there, if you go up there and you're not on your shit and you start that goddamn stuttering
Yeah.
shit, I'm going to be one of the ones like smiling.
Laughing. No.
Then go look at the crowds. Like, anybody see me?
Oh God.
Like, you better get it together.
No.
Because I'm gonna be the first one.
I am the kind of person that at a comedy show that I mean, you got to make me laugh. I'm not easily. I'm that. All right, what you got?
Yeah.
Because I don't play about that.
Yeah, you do gotta make me
Because
laugh.
there's so many people that be like, oh, when he got up there, look at the curse. No, bitch, you better come. You better bring it.
Oh man, you know who's a great singer? Low, like not low key, high key. Is a great singer. And I saw them live on tour with Cat Williams.
Who?
Lil Mo.
Oh, Lil Mo's amazing.
Oh yeah.
That woman is magnificent.
She's amazing.
You
I
understand
wonder
me?
why she didn't really take off like that.
Oh, she took off during her little era.
Yeah,
but after a
fam.
while, you know, record labels. I
tough,
rock with
man.
Lil Mo. Record labels really kind of messed. But then she was doing radio. You know, she went to be a radio.
I
a radio
never
host.
knew.
Y'all didn't know that.
Mm-mm.
Lil Mo was doing radio. I think she was doing radio in Baltimore and DC.
She is from Baltimore, though, right?
She's from New York, but she was an
Oh.
Army brat. And she ended up in Baltimore. Baltimore raised her, though.
Ah.
But Lil Mo, you can hear it with her voice. Lil Mo is like
Yeah, she
that.
was born in the church, too. You could tell.
When she got on stage,
That's
she was like,
what-
how you
That's the problem.
doing?
That's the problem with
the singers
singing now. Ain't nobody
Nobody's
coming
in
out
church.
the church.
Nobody has the soul of the
That's,
church.
all, 'cause that's because the ones that are coming out the church don't need to leave the church. They getting paid.
I don't know.
Man, come on, man. What's that dude from Charlotte?
Yeah,
Melvin?
you can be right. You could be a gospel singer and make money
Make
being
great
a
money.
gospel singer.
Yeah, they don't need
Back
to leave
then,
the church.
it wasn't an industry for gospel. bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you would think like,
But
they'd
are
have the
these
choirs.
gospel artists making the same amount of money as these R&B
Man,
artists
they
or
are making
pop
not
artists?
Not the same, but they're making enough.
A living.
Let's
a
keep
living,
it real, y'all.
and for real, that's all you really need because I mean you doing it for the Lord. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
make a living and you get
Well,
the
they
same
making a lot of
like-
money. I will argue that.
Yeah, they make a
I
lot.
would-
They
I would-
make a lot of money. They probably make
Exactly.
way more money than we think because
They
they're
do.
making money off of releasing music
And they visit churches.
and right.
Torrent.
Yeah.
Yes,
Torrent.
touring the
the
churches like
Chitlin circuit.
what?
It's not even the church no more.
Mega churches.
It's
Yeah.
mega churches.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Up and down the East Coast, from
That's
Florida to New York,
It's
you have
true.
abundance of mega churches.
Because they got a Memorial
you
Day.
got TD Jakes,
not
Creflo
Memorial
Dollar.
Day.
You got Mount Zion. You got
Close the door.
Brooklyn Baptist. You got
Close the
you got
door.
the United House of Prayer for All People.
Listen,
you got all type of stuff
that was
going
crazy.
on. That was crazy.
It was. I was sitting to
That was crazy.
my gym folks, and my trainer was like, "I would have shot my gun in the air at church."
I'm not gonna lie, man. Look.
Let me out.
Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
The usher
If it
never
wasn't-
would have made it.
If it wasn't who it was, if it wasn't Marvin, if it wasn't who it was, I would probably be skeptical about why is he locking the doors. But this man
It
is
costs
Marvin
to be up here.
fucking Sapp. You feel
I
me?
thought
He
it
is a
was
celebrity
a
in that
nonprofit.
world. What I'm saying is this man, whatever church he's at, is obviously a mega church. It's a lot of people with money in these
It's
churches.
1,000 people in here.
Oh my God. So like, you know, if he was at the corner store Baptist church up the street, come on, man. But you had a mega church where these people
Don't
are
tell him
giving
to close the
these
door.
people are giving $40,000,
I don't care.
$50,000 in tithes. Like,
Now.
Then
you
they
know
probably
he's
done
trying-
already
and then he
gave
said,
it.
I want you to walk up
You know what I'm
here.
saying? They done already gave it. That's
know,
my
and I
thing.
want you to walk
he's
up
like,
here.
he's
I
like,
wanna
we
see
need,
y'all.
because then he put it like, he's like, oh, I need, well, he's like, that'll be what, $40,000,
You need
however much.
$40,000.
He's like, I'm like,
Why are
what
you doing
Yeah,
this?
see, and I was like, we might have missed this
I
is
need
the
to see the
reason
whole.
why
Yeah, I need to see the
I
whole.
want it.
Got you the whole
This is
video.
for this.
but he wrong because ain't no nigga locking me in no room.
Ushers.
For nothing.
Close
I
the
don't
door.
care what you mean. Close the
the
door.
door.
Square up, Usher.
Close the door.
You gonna have to Usher gonna get these hands.
And he was
Nobody
so-
stopping me from
Never
leaving.
would've
He was so aggressive with it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said close the door.
It was too entitled for me.
If I had 40,000, I would have
What's
got
about
up
to
and
happen?
got out.
Yeah,
Because if I was gonna give it, I'm not giving it no more.
Yeah,
Right, that's my
I'm
point.
saying?
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
that.
You feel me? I'm
It's
not
too
giving no
the
more. You're not gonna
entitlement.
make
It's
me
the
do
you
nothing.
trying to
entitlement.
force my
But
hand.
then I also understand that I've been to a mega church before, and this is what they do. He ain't the first
I go to a
one.
mega
I mean, you
church
could
and he
do
don't
it.
do
They
it
could
like
do-
that.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
right.
I've been to
You
a.
talking about Lance?
Yeah, he don't do it like
Never
that.
have.
I don't know
If
who
it's
that
on
is.
your heart, you know.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I
Man, I
don't know who
grew
that
up in
is.
that
But
church.
I've been to TD Jakes church, and he don't do that either. But he also never had to do it. These people are giving the money to him.
Them people probably already had gave. This was not the first offering of the night. I'm
For
trying
sure.
to tell you that was
He had
not
missed
the first
two.
offering
That's
of
why
the
he
night.
was like, well,
Yeah.
now
That
I'm
was
here.
probably
Close
like
the
the
door.
third offering.
Yeah, but then like some of the banter that's going on with it, like a lot of people just really hate church too. You know what I'm
They
saying?
do.
A lot of people
And
really
that's
just
why,
hate church.
but that's why a lot of people hate church.
But
And that didn't help.
But see, it's like this. It's like this. Like I got a homeboy. We were having this conversation, and he like 40,000 for church, and I'm like, bro, like I've been in the club with you, and I seen you throw $20,000 in a strip club, bro. Like I've seen you.
You'll throw it for
Fly
your
bitches
blessing.
out.
I mean, for
I've
booty,
seen
but
you
not for
spend a
blessings.
lot of money. That's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
you over here judging these people based on what they spend their money on. But if I was them, I would much rather spend my money on a prayer and a blessing in my mind
Right.
than to be
And
paying
then-
for this
and then
girl's
also-
tuition. You know what I'm
Also,
saying?
when you
Like,
can see where the money goes in the
Exactly.
church, that's another thing. Like you
Shout out
know,
to Mount Gilead.
Shout out to Mount Gilead.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Mount
St.
Gilead.
Paul's. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
Because
sure.
like we could see where the money went with
Yeah.
St. Paul's. I remember we were
They're
in
debt-free
high
now.
school for years. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, for years before the campus was built. So it's like, and then there were multiple campuses, and then you can see the community, you know what I'm saying, work. So it's like, when you can see where the money goes, that's a different thing
Yeah.
than like, yo, just, you know,
Close the doors and get the
Pass
money.
it.
yeah,
This
that's
guy,
like
you know what I mean?
RJ's
Like-
dad's church.
so I can appreciate that. But yeah, I can understand some people's skepticism if they've never really connected
With
with
their higher power.
You know, right. That's another
Yeah,
thing.
because
You
there's
know what I'm
always
saying?
a building fund and the building never get built.
Like the Umar. You know what I'm saying?
But people do use that as an excuse, though. People do use that as an excuse
Yeah.
to divide, to separate themselves from God. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
opposed-
I
You
mean, how
should
y'all
have a
think? My thing is
relationship.
this: that's a big issue when it like. I know that it's really only a big issue in the Christian community with this money shit because honestly, I have Jewish friends in New York who family gives away hundreds and hundreds of $1,000s to the Jewish community, and it's all under the religion. My Muslim friends, have you ever seen a shitty synagogue? Have you ever seen Muslims worship in a shitty place? No, them people give the money in abundance. They build these places because they know that's the regard that they have for their God that they worship. And Christianity, you know, I feel like it's the only church that really like acts, you know, with offerings and tithes and shit like that. But
let's be even more clear when you say Christianity. You're talking about like the black church.
the black church for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? Because Catholics, you better
Yeah.
believe
They are
they
fucking-
putting crazy money.
But you know what's crazy? It's
Churches.
never like growing up. I went to Catholic school,
I did for a few years in New York.
but
before.
did you notice that they don't have to ask? You're giving it,
Yeah.
like you're giving it, like,
Right,
that's what I mean to say. Like in these other religions, these people are giving it. Like it's no questions of any like that. But on the black side of the Christian church and stuff like that, you got these people that's literally trying to hold you hostage for your 40,000.
But
I
you
feel
know,
like
but
that's the
I think there's a
culture.
flip. That you know, you have to also take a look at. You know, we don't have the same kind of equitable, you know, like space, like financially as these other cultures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like black people in America have been largely poor.
Still
And
waiting
these-
on our
and
40
these
acres.
churches.
Tell me about it.
These churches have been the only thing that actually is getting a lot of these older like generations through. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Exactly.
they go to church, but then they get in money to the church. And back then, really wasn't nothing coming out of them churches. And churches won't grow. Those were the building funds and all that. And I think a lot of people would see like their grandmothers and their mothers go and give all this money to
For sure.
pastor,
Well, yeah,
and
I
all
like-
they see is the
never
pastor
came on.
driving around with
Right.
the
For sure.
Cadillac and
But
you know whatever.
You also see them kids eating. Like them churches back then fed the neighborhood. You know, it was different. You don't think so? Back when
Not all
No, but see, I'm from
like
Deep South.
maybe on
I'm from
Sunday,
Deep South. I'm
but
from Deep
Monday
South.
through Saturday,
They
a
was
lot
driving
of them
in that
kids was
Cadillac.
hungry, bro.
Nah, man, 'cause where I'm from, Mount Savannah, them kids, them churches used to give out food on the regular, like every day, Monday through Sunday.
And
they was giving
that's
it
a
out.
different. See, but and you probably don't have the same skepticism in those communities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
in
it
other
depends.
communities,
I grew up in a cult too, so I grew up in the house of prayer for all people. You know, we have bishop. I grew up in the church that they called the Bishop Daddy, Daddy Madison, Daddy Bailey, Daddy
That's
Grace.
crazy.
Yeah, I grew up in
It
that.
was a cult.
You know what I'm saying? But I lived in the neighborhood of Baptist churches and shit like that. So all the kids would go and get food for school, after school, back to school programs and shit like that. That wasn't my church that was doing it though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the church I grew up in was called the United House of Prayer for All People. And, you know, a very gifted church. Like we got like, you know, I don't know if you heard of a band called the Tigers. They from Charlotte, North Carolina with Zeb Harrison. He plays the trombone and stuff like that. I grew up in that environment.
Right.
They came from the House of Prayer. My cousin BB that plays the horn around the city.
oh, you know BB?
Yeah, that's my cousin. That's my blood
that's
cousin.
crazy.
Like we both from Georgia.
That's my guy.
Yeah, so you know, you see how he played the trombone?
Yeah.
We all grew up like that. Our whole family. My granddaddy, my dad, like our whole family grew up. I played baritone, trombone, trumpet. I played with BB growing up.
Right.
We grew up playing trombone. I started playing trombone at 5 years old.
That's
And
crazy.
it was given to me before I never knew how to read music, but I went to FAMU. You know what I'm saying? I went to all different type of band programs growing up. Never read music. We could never play outside the church. BB, what BB doing 10 years ago, it would be outrageous.
Right.
But now that he stepped out, man, like the House of Prayer, you could never leave. It was like a cult-like situation. So I have a big skepticism over big churches and these mega churches where you have pastors.
Right. See,
with,
but I mean, there's people that have in their communities, there's small churches in their communities that have had that skepticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't really like my mom go there. Now that I'm of a certain age and I'm outside, I don't really deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think this of the pastor. I know this.
Well,
of
my
the
pastor was
He
a
a fuck nigga, you know
what I'm
cross-dresser.
saying?
that was
Morning
your
Star.
pastor? That was your pastor?
I went to Morning Star.
What a
when I was
freaky
in high
nigga,
school.
boy.
Wow.
He was a cross-dresser, and he got caught downtown trying to
Selling booty, selling that bussy.
some butt.
He was selling bussy.
I ain't.
And-
He got
I
caught.
ain't even
And look,
catch
we
that
still
people.
was gonna have his back. Love you, and
How?
which was crazy. But my mom was dating this guy. He had the paper and had his mugshot on it with his lipstick and everything. He was saying he slammed the paper down. Was like, "This is an abomination." And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was like, "Well, damn, this is bad."
You can't come back from that.
You can't.
Nah, that's
You can't
crazy.
come back. That's like
You can't.
Isaiah Rashad. One of my favorite rappers,
no,
bro.
let's not do this. Like,
That was, bro. Look, listen.
That was one of my.
Radio.
was
I went to
taking
go
hits.
see him in I went to go see him in Virginia Beach, and then I went to go see him in North Carolina.
He's still very talented.
Man, show was off the chain.
Yeah, we went to see
That
him.
was my
where
dog.
we see him? DC.
And when he double grabbed the glizzies like this, I knew it was over. I had the hoodie. I tried to stand. I tried to have his back. I came to the episode with Isaiah Rashad pink hoodie on, and I got flamed.
Yeah, like you like double fisting too,
Oh
Steph?
man! I went to the gym. Coach was like, "That's your
gotta take that
man's.
off."
That's your man's." I was like, "I can get past that." I
You're
like
trying
the
to
music.
separate the artist from the music.
That shit don't only work with R. Kelly. It don't work with
Well,
nobody
it
else.
does not
I'm
work
about
with
to
R.
say, he
Kelly.
does not-
Don't work with R. Kelly.
He
No,
does not
don't do that.
bang with him.
So radio.
He
So
does
am I
not.
wrong for having him playing at my wedding?
Absolutely, you're
He's playing at my
absolutely-
wedding.
It's something that we just disagree on.
Listen,
I love
I
R.
have
Kelly.
no tolerance. I
Dearly
have
beloved,
no
we
tolerance.
are gathered
I-
here. Come on.
Listen, and let me tell you this.
Come on,
Let me be very clear.
Huh?
Let me be very clear about why this, how this is specifically an ethical line. It's
God damn.
specifically an ethical line because I was a huge R. Kelly fan. I love R. Kelly music.
Join each other.
Love it. I think if we were not talking about the person and we were just talking about the artist, I refuse to do that. But if we were, I would say he was one of the greatest to ever do it.
The greatest.
However,
The greatest.
I can't stomach the man's voice. I can't stomach his presence in any shape, form, fashion, vibration,
Certain songs, I
frequency.
can't-
No
I
more
don't
playing house
want to hear that
gold.
man's
Chocolate
voice.
Factory was
because
the shit.
Chocolate.
to be honest with you, I think it's like this.
Step in the name of love.
Come on,
I look
man.
at it like this.
Whoa.
How much of all of what came out did you actually like watch, listen to, take in? Pause.
I'm about to say, because I feel like a lot of people did enough to be like, that's crazy, but then cut it off because they didn't want to like completely taint how they felt. But if you watched all the series, all the docs, yeah, I did,
and you read up on like the case and the different things that
there were a lot of blind eyes. And
it's a lot of people that was like, oh, I know that came on TV. I know enough about it to know he a freaky nigga, but I'm not gonna subject myself to listening to the victims. You know what I'm saying? And if you listening to them victims, and
I feel
it's like I just can't, bro. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I just
feel
put that
like
shit back here.
That man got thousands. I feel like he got over 1,000 victims.
He probably do, man. But just like he wrong, the parents wrong too. And sometimes when that song just
I hate that one. I hate that one because yes, the parents is wrong, but that don't stop that. We ain't listening to the parents' music.
I mean, but they sold their kids. Hold on, though, radio, because they sold their children.
I don't have nothing. There's nothing that binds my daughter. Me. But there's nothing that binds me to them.
It wouldn't have been my daughter, radio.
It wouldn't have been mine either.
That's what I'm saying.
But that don't change the monster from
Kelly
being a monster.
Beat the fuck up, bro.
He would have been dead. Wouldn't have been no beat up.
Every last nigga from Nickelodeon, every last one of them niggas would have been going down. Not with my kid. Don't feel you. What? How you don't know where your underage daughter at?
I feel like
they fed their kids to the monster.
That don't change that the monster's the monster because we're discussing the monster.
I feel you.
We're not discussing
the monster. Hold up, stop, wait. The monster outside of the studio. I don't know that nigga.
No. The monster that wrote and went into the studio with that shit.
But
I agree.
When he's singing man, he wrote that.
I'm not thinking about them victims when I'm stepping in the name of love. I'm not.
I feel you. Now,
ain't no but a number? Absolutely.
Yeah. yeah.
But man. I can't separate. It's like that's, to me, I made a post. I was like, yo, for those that can separate the artist from the art, you a real good candidate for AI music.
Damn.
Like you should probably like fuck with AI music heavy.
I kind of do. You know that guy that makes those AI
you might
songs?
That's what I'm saying.
What song?
It's the guy. I'll send it to you. He do like he got these AI artists, and this one voice that he does in particular, I love it.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think it is. I know what R. Kelly did is wrong. And I fully accept that it is wrong. I wouldn't let the nigga around my kid, but he has songs that meant a lot to me, and I'm not giving up the songs. Like R. Kelly,
I'm not giving them up.
The nigga's in jail. What more do they want from him? You know what I'm saying?
They want to take away my memories too. My memories, they got shit to do.
The only way I can not like R. Kelly if you get that Men in Black pen and you zap that shit from my brain.
You know what it is though?
Yeah.
I think for me, certain things make me like I feel an emotional. I have an emotional reaction to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because of those victims in
like
the bio.
Black. These are black children. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at that, like it's like the butterfly effect of the world. Like everything that we doing in the world, it all has.
He had a type.
You just blew my mind, bro.
What you mean?
He had no white victims.
None.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You spent 30 some odd years victimizing black women and children and men too. Let's not get that twisted.
Hold on, men.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was fucking niggas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of niggas tuned out before all that came out.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas did. A lot of niggas, you know, and the sad thing is, that's what a lot of niggas would cancel the nigga for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if niggas knew that, they'd be like, oh, the nigga was fucking with niggas? Yeah. I ain't fucking with the nigga now.
But hold on.
But they don't.
What nigga? He did
nigga had, what? Yes, they went to warehouses. These niggas, he had niggas that was living under boxing rings and shit. Young ass niggas, young YN.
Like rape or was that choice?
Both.
Was it grown niggas or little boys?
Both.
I ain't hear this. It wasn't in the court documents.
I don't know about the little boys.
It wasn't
I know
like
18, 19.
Radio, it wasn't in the court documents. I didn't see that.
Yes, it was.
I didn't see
Yes,
that.
it was. One of his main.
A lot of his victims were talking about it though.
Y'all put me on game. Send me
No,
send me
and
the
you know what it
articles.
was too for me? I think really super sealed the deal for me. I had found like when one of the first
Victim?
series came out, one of the first Surviving R.
I
Kelly.
watched those and I ain't see no dudes.
No, you didn't, right? So here's the thing. I found this online book.
Hey, I read the book.
That shit. And so by the time the second series or the second season of that came out and I had read the book, a lot of the things that were in the book were literally like the same things that the women were saying, like as far as how he would talk to them, what he would have them
He was a freaking
call
nigga.
them. And I mean, I'm talking this guy got bodies. He got murders. This is like, we're talking
Murders?
like, dog, when I talk about monster,
Who he killed?
state to state to state to state. This is organization.
Hold on though. Who
I'm
he
trying-
killed? Who died? I ain't hear about no.
I'm trying
I
to
know about
tell
some
you.
dilly daddling.
She
but
like,
I don't
yo,
know about nobody
No,
getting
in
killed.
the book, she like, yo, like it was a guy that was like basically like security for him, but he was the main one that had to watch over her. But then he would have them messing with each other, and they would all be messing with each other together and
they all
drugging them
had
and
been on
da-da-da.
drugs.
And
They all had-
yeah, been
Hold
drugged,
on,
and then
man.
all of a sudden, once he realized she took a light in the dude, he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like
He was gone. Gone how?
gone, like
Where
gone,
these people
pew,
at?
pew, gone.
Put me on game.
And
Show
here's
me
the
the
thing: the
articles.
reason why
It's a book.
here's the other thing: the reason why
Book.
he's actually in jail for real, is witness tampering more so than anything. So like the intimidation. So like a lot of his victims and a lot of witnesses, he had people in his organization setting their cars on fire and doing all kind of stuff.
Lot of
This is
Diddy
all.
I
in
ain't see all that.
That's why he ended
Diddy
up
ain't do
really
no shit like that. You said
Man,
Diddy?
Diddy shit.
Diddy did not do that to nobody.
Well, I heard
blow
he did.
He
Kid
did not
Cudi.
blow up
Kid
Kid
Cudi
Cudi car. But first of all,
But I'm just saying,
we was in LA when that was going on. And
all
if a
of
nigga
that-
car blew up, we would have knew about it.
all of that is just like, you know, it's just mad graphic stuff that he's was responsible for doing to people, and it was just like this stomach turning to me. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm like, this is what you do to black, and then you give us music to try to like,
I believe
I'm the
about
Pied
black.
Piper, but the Pied Piper, if you look at the Pied Piper whole
Yeah,
thing,
he was a gay
it's like,
man.
yo, I'm like
He was a
playing
child
this
molester.
music
Yeah.
to have these children follow me on this path. Like, so you really was manipulating the public with the music because you could
But how we
while
know
you
that-
was being this monster. I can't.
How we know that book was 100% true though?
But it
And
don't
when
matter.
it-
For me, it don't matter if it was, because it wasn't a book that was put out there to get money. It was just a book that was put out there for information purposes, and it lined up too much with the actual victims that were coming out and talking. Like the things they went through was the same things she went through. You know what I'm saying? The same diseases she said he gave her.
What diseases he got?
What's herpes?
Herpes.
Yeah, he gave herpes to all
One or
his
two?
women.
One or two.
I believe it was 2.
Look,
Yeah. Yeah.
Might have been both.
Damn.
So I'm saying it's just.
Oh, the happy
You know what I mean?
people.
I just it's tough because I'm like, yo, I just look at all of that in one. It's one thing to me. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear his voice,
So about
I
Chris
just hear it's
Brown
like,
and Michael Jackson.
I fuck with Michael
I don't
Jackson.
believe
We're
the
not
Michael
gonna talk
Jackson
about-
thing.
Yeah, we're
But
not
what
gonna
if there
talk
was
about
somebody
Mike.
who wrote a book that did all of this and it connected
That was
the dots
bullshit.
for you? Now
A lot
the
of that
music
shit-
goes
but we
shit.
actually seen R. Kelly in the act.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to Mike.
It's like-
I fuck with
it's
Mike.
like-
and I don't think Mike was out here raping kids and shit.
Yeah, if we
But
if,
what
if,
if-
if it was confirmed, 100%.
I don't believe
it
that
could be
shit.
my favorite. Or if it was confirmed in the same way,
The music
it could
has
be
to go
Jay-Z.
too.
It gotta go. It gotta go. It gotta go. Because
couldn't
it's
be
just in
Jay-Z.
my spirit. It's
It's
my
in your
vibration.
morals.
You know what I mean? It's
Morality
it's the vibration. Like
of the music.
I'm listening to this person. What do I know about them? When I listen to you, what do I know about you?
I
you know what I'm
can
saying? That's how I
separate
kinda-
that.
I kind of
That's just a song, though.
even
like,
when a nigga be super corny, like
Uh-huh.
a nigga do super corny shit, your raps don't hit the same for me. That's just
I'm not trying to be rude.
know what I mean? Like, I
Hey,
can't
pretty
like
girl,
the
I'm
game.
feeling You.
no
Come
no
on,
offense,
now.
like the game. He got great early records. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? I
great.
don't listen
The
to them
Red
because
album was one of my
he
favorite
done
albums.
did so much
Mhm.
whack shit.
Yeah.
He do
That
some
it's
corny
like,
shit.
why I want to like when you listen to music, it should make you feel a certain way.
Is that how you
Yeah.
feel
Does
about
it make
Meek
you
Mill?
feel cool
What
Yeah,
about
but
Meek
white
Mill?
nigga make it. That don't make me feel cool.
What about me? You fuck with Meek Mill?
Oh yeah,
I like.
They say he's corny.
But
I don't think he's corny.
But his music don't hit the same as it did when he first
before
came
that
out.
Diddy
Hold
allegation.
on.
Or before.
Before the Diddy shit. I don't know. I think his best albums came out after the Drake beef. That's just me personally.
That's fair, but it didn't hit the same.
It did for me though.
That's
championships.
good. That's why he still has a career.
But I just came home when that album came out.
And listen, I'm not no shot to Meek because I think he's an incredible artist, but I do feel like the public perception, when I say it didn't hit the same, it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in general, I think he didn't have the same, and it wasn't just the Drake joint. It was kind of like the way he was moving.
Nicki Minaj ruined them. You think so?
I don't think she ruined them, but
I think it was the Twitter things. It was like all the different ways that he just was kind of like moving that made people be like, oh damn, like you took an L. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't.
Yeah, the Nicki shit was whack, and then she left you for a pedophile. That's crazy.
Oh
golly. And I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like Nicki is top female rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like she was corny when she was doing that Roman revenge shit.
Oh, I never liked it.
And then all that. That shit was so
I never liked it.
So
I never
cringy.
liked it.
And the music was so bad.
Yeah.
That shit was not good. All that split personality shit.
It did
that shit
give
was
her
weird.
a lane, and it did give her notoriety and popularity.
Man, she had to change that shit back when times changed. That shit was one good season. That shit was whack. And guess who she was with during that time? Safari. That shit was all that shit was whack then. You know
what did Charlamagne say when Safari did the rap?
No, that ain't it, yo. That ain't it, yo. But let me ask you this: do you like Wale?
Yeah, he's sensitive.
I am on the fence about when Wale first came out. I was a fan. You know what I'm saying? I liked the mixtape that was about Seinfeld.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I just can't get with the brothers' flows, man. Sometimes I'm lost in the sauce. I can't get with the cadences.
I think it's more so him as a person that be making like
I don't
that
know
whack
too much
thing
as a
you're
person.
talking about. Like his personality is
Niggas
something
be
about
playing with him
like,
though, Lela, and he gotta say something.
It's too emotional for me.
Sometimes
I don't like my men like
you just
that.
can't let niggas just say what they want to say about you and won't say that shit to your face. I understand that shit.
Too much ranting.
Niggas be playing with him, bruh. Because he is like. I fuck with his music, his clothing culture, like the way he is with the clothes and shit, more than I fuck with the music. I feel like he had everybody wearing phone pauses, button ups and Nike boots and chinos and shit together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he changed everything up. Him and Wiz Khalifa had things different. You know what I mean? But as far as like music right now, bro, like
I mean, he's been kind of quiet. I think he might be gearing up. You know, I think Wale is dope.
I think he's a great artist. Though.
I think he's dope. Like I said, I think Meek Stoop. They're the early
2010
Maybach music artists. You know what I'm saying? I think that was dope. That was a dope.
I didn't like when Omarion went to Maybach.
Nah, that was
like, why y'all do that?
Omarion went to Maybach?
Yeah.
Omarion?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't sing, but think I can sing Omarion?
Titty Omarion. You see them titties on him? What's going on?
That nigga think he can dance and he think he can sing. He can't do neither. He can't dance, nor can he sing.
I did like Sex Playlist. That project that he put out, a lot of good songs on there. And it's underrated. It's underrated.
People like Omar, like I feel like a lot of the singers from today, like a lot of the singers who are still here, like Usher, Mario, even Lil Sammy, the ones that can really sing, they kind of, during those verses time, they kind of expose the niggas that really can't sing.
Oh,
for sure.
Big exposed, like Ray J. Done.
Well, Ray J.
That song, that key is too high for him.
Too.
That key was too high for him.
I don't need a lot of
No, that's not his key. That's not his key. Like I feel like when he first did that song.
So what are you supposed to do? I don't need a lot.
I feel like when he first came out with that song, he was still kind of a kid, and I don't think his voice kind of matured.
Was studio, baby. That was studio.
He can't sing.
He's not a singer.
What's his name? Of course, Marion got exposed. He can't sing.
Pretty Ricky guy, not his name.
No, Pleasure P can sing. We're not doing that about Pleasure P.
Oh no, I'm not talking about him. Then what's
Spectacular?
No,
he do porn.
What's the guy? Spectacular does porn.
He does porn. And no. Spectacular is the short one that got shot does porn. The nigga Spectacular.
Bobby Valentino's who I'm talking about. But
Bobby Valentino can sing. Don't do that.
Mm.
Don't do that. Slow down. I just come on now.
He can sing.
Come on now.
I mean,
come on
I think
now.
it's a tune
I'm gonna
holder.
leave that to you.
I think it's a tune holder. He sounds better than Ray
Jeremiah
J.
can't sing. And he's one of my favorite singers.
He's a studio singer.
He can't sing
Yeah.
at all. I know
He got joints though.
He got
He
joints.
got joints.
He
He's
has
a
an
great
album that's great.
songwriter.
Yeah.
Man, he's definitely like that. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the singers, like Chris Brown can definitely sing. He's
He
that
can
guy.
sing, but
He could have been
Sure.
Michael Jackson. He could have been as big as Michael Jackson if he would have never been beating up women. You know what I'm saying? And
so do you still rock
gangbanging.
with Chris Brown, even though he did that to Rihanna's face?
I mean,
That's
that was a
I
fight.
don't listen. I don't condone that.
That was a one-on-one
Say
And
fight.
I
the
do
right
feel like
thing,
it was
radio.
and I do feel like there was, a back and forth, but I don't condone hitting on women at all. Like that's something I despise as well. But that's not the same. That's not the same arena as a R. Kelly. That's not even.
Oh no, we're not comparing.
See what I'm saying?
We're not
it's like,
comparing.
but he don't like. I don't listen to a whole lot of his music. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
either,
Like,
me
I
either.
mean, it's like I think he's
I listen to the hits.
extremely talented. Like,
Extremely talented.
Oh,
yeah,
I
he's
have
got
a
joints.
question for
But-
you that's a little left. When Nick was here and when Mike was here, I had asked them both about like how you all came together.
Mhm.
So I want to hear your story on the day that y'all that you met Nick and y'all were at the light.
Oh, okay. Do you want the Mike story too, or you?
Yeah, I want both.
So Mike first, because Mike actually was one of the So the reason why I ended up starting rap in the 10th grade is because there were a lot of people that rapped in school. You know what I mean? They would have ciphers at the football games, in the hallways, stuff like that. And that was like what made me see it as like something that I could, like, it was like tangible. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just something to see on TV. And it had this like competitive energy to it, which that really shot me into it. You know what I mean? But Mike was one of those people that I would see in ciphers. He was a little younger than me. And then we had Spanish class together. And so as I started rapping, like really quickly into starting to rap, like maybe like a few weeks, month, Mike will tell you this story over and over again. But I was like, yo, Mike, I'm about to battle this dude on my bus. You gotta ride my bus. Cause we lived neighborhoods close, but we rode different buses. So he rode my bus and I battled this dude and I beat the dude. And Mike he'll tell you a much more graphic version of the story just because he likes to make it crazy. But we ended up being Illa was like our homie. He had a studio and me, Mike, and my man Dietrich, we were all in a group together called Trilogy. Like that's how I started rapping in a group. So me and Mike have rapped together since the beginning of me rapping. You know what I'm saying? And then I used to hear about Nick all the time. Like he'd be in the paper, they'd be like, Nick Fury's about to have the deal, and he was on Source and this, that, and the other. And the funny thing is his name was Nick Fury. And Illa's name at the time was Blind Fury. And we used to be like, man, who this other Fury? Ain't no other Fury dude, man.
You the Fury.
Yeah, you the Fury. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was before Blind Fury on TV too. You know what I'm saying? But so I used to hear about Nick all the time. I'd go battle somebody and they'd be like, yo, you nice. Like the only person I know as nice as you is Nick Fury. And I'd be like, bruh, if I hear this man name one more time, bruh, like. So Lonnie B used to do these networking parties down at the Slip on Tuesdays. And I used to go down there and I would be battling every week. It was like my 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Like that was like my shit. You know what I'm saying? That was my domain. But they would also have an open mic. And one night Nick came down there and this nigga come down there. He got like a wife beater and some black weightlifting gloves on. No bullshit.
I love him. He's just always been.
Yeah, just a little whatever. Like whatever he was on, that's what he was on. You know what I'm saying? Like, like very,
Like, what's this nigga
very unique person, yo. And like he went up there and just went crazy with the punchline. So he was everything that I had heard about. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up being in this battle tournament. He didn't get in it. He just watched it, and you know, we developed a mutual respect at that moment. And we bumped into each other a few times. He came up to my job. I was working Shoe City at Cloverleaf. We had chopped it up.
Shitty Shoe City.
That's right. That was it. And one night we driving down Hall Street, and like I'm driving down Hall Street. It's like in the middle of the night. Probably like had to be like after midnight. There was nobody on the road. Nobody. And the only other car coming down, I look over and it's him, and we ain't even like nod or say nothing. We just both like pulled over into the parking lot at Southside Plaza, and we chopping it up and exchanged numbers, and we just been locked in ever since.
Where were you when he did the 106?
We lived together. I made him do it. Yeah, I made him do it.
This is a story we didn't know.
Yeah, I was the one that because he was like, I don't know, because this is a time where like. We, you know, I was saying earlier, like, there was a period of time where I didn't even watch battle rap. But it was because, like, there was a period of time, and still exists, but where it's like the stigma around battle rap was that battle rappers couldn't make songs. So if you was trying to get in the industry, you know, you really didn't do anything that would make people think that you couldn't be a good artist. You know what I'm saying? So we both kind of like, were estranged from battling. Like we didn't want to be known for battling. Like we would do it like on some like if we just happened to be in a spot type of thing, but it wasn't something like you want to be on TV for because now you a battle rapper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he was kind of like, I don't know. And I'm like, nah, bro. I said, listen, what else is gonna put you on national television weekly for like 6-7 weeks at a time? You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, if you want to get some motion, like it's easy. I watch these things. Like these dudes don't even be rapping like that. It's only like 45 seconds or a minute around. Like you could throw these punchlines together like that. I was like, yeah. So it was, you know, he's like, all right, I do it. You know what I'm saying? So I got him to do it. And then I was also like,
did he wear his wife beaters and his cuffs?
He did not. He did not. And, you know, I was trying to, you know, take days off from work and try to, you know, help transport him up there. And, you know, every week, I'm like, he had to run his rounds by me. Like, I need to hear them joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a very, like, that was our thing. We lived together. So, yeah, that was a crazy time. That was a crazy, crazy time.
So let's talk about the album, man.
Yes. Because what's it called?
The internet is fake.
But the Wi-Fi ain't.
But the Wi-Fi real. The Wi-Fi real.
So what made you come up with this concept?
Just being on the internet, bro. Like, to be honest, like, I think it's something that I've been feeling for a long time. Like, my previous project was called Stop Looking for Noise. And in that project, I would talk about some of these things. And I was, you know, I would repeat, put your motherfucking phone down. Like, that was something that was, like, threaded throughout that album. And I think just the more time goes on, the more inauthentic people's behaviors are, and how they engage with social media. You know what I'm saying? And once people find these different, like, okay, oh, this person's doing this, and you can make some money, or I can get some attention doing this, or I can troll this way or troll that way, and now everybody's using their platforms and weaponizing them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like so like even now that the album's out, it's like every day there's something that makes somebody reach out to me and say, oh, look at this, the internet is fake. Or I'm looking at 15 different things that I'm like, Jesus, man, like everyone's grifting. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's trying to figure out how to get their little piece of the internet or how they can impact someone, even if it's just to piss somebody off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not counting the bots. That's not counting the amount of people that you might be on Twitter talking to that ain't human beings.
Nice try, Diddy.
For sure.
Like, what is that even? You know what I'm saying?
That's like
under
most
every
of the
ad,
fucking-
it's like,
because you're trying to get us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's like one of those. Anytime I see somebody saying some outrageous racist stuff, I just automatically know that you're not a real person. Like for real, like you either that or
some
you're
of them people
or
real. Some of them racists,
but
is
if you're
actually
trolling, it doesn't even count.
online as black people.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a white man in Arkansas with a profile of a black woman in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And she talking about, nah, you know what? Us black women, we da 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 da. Or you black men ain't shit. You niggas ain't shit.
They
Uh-huh.
love
You know what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
Like, and we over here arguing with her like she a black woman.
Yeah, and
But
they're
he
loving every moment of
feel
it.
me? Like,
And
and then when you think about it, it's like that's the modern day, right? But we should have been knew this.
Yeah.
We seen catfish was on TV,
Yeah.
bruh. You know,
I've learned a lot of
people
tips
were
and tricks from
catfishing
that.
then.
Mm-hmm.
What you think they doing now?
Yeah.
How much
Next
catfishing
level.
you think going on now?
Next level. We got
Next
AI
level.
now, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Next level.
Next level. Where it's okay to just not even have a picture. You can have a cartoon character as your profile, and people and we are having conversations with these things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I really like the skit that you have. I think you got it from a meme when it was like, you don't know how to feel. And you actually said this before on one of our shows where it's like you're scrolling, you just seen somebody get killed. The next minute
Rain,
you
my
see
man
some
Rain,
fat
shout out
ass.
to Rain.
Yeah.
And then the next minute you see, and we're so desensitized by everything. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of my homies today. Like he wanted to show me something on his Instagram, and I could tell he was kind of like, I kind of made him nervous because as soon as he popped it open, he scrolling booty. Booty. I was like, God damn, bro.
That's your algorithm?
He went to the fucking, he was like, no, he tried to go to this like search thing. When he searched booty. I was like, nigga, you some freaky ass nigga, bro. All you watch, that your algorithm is nothing but booty.
He might have
a
hit
freaky
2
nigga.
pages that day, and then the rest of his page.
they
just
do
went
be
back.
on it though.
It's like
And
I
another
know
thing
for a
I
fact
know.
you can change your algorithm
Hey,
like that.
I know I don't want to see
Super
his. I know I don't want to see his Twitter. I know what he's watching
Oh,
on Twitter.
Twitter's crazy.
I know what he's
Twitter's
watching on
another
Twitter.
world.
Twitter's
But you know
another
what?
world.
I also noticed too with Instagram, like if I have a conversation with you in my DMs, then automatically I start seeing your stuff pop up. Like
Right.
that.
The people that you interact with.
They be like, oh, you like them? They go they shit.
And their stories, the stories start coming up more and more. It's like
You was
make
just
you
talking
follow
to radio.
Anything.
Here he is.
Anything.
Oh man, so that red balloon, that balloon popping shit is going to Netflix. I'm not in support
It's
of it.
why they
No.
gentrifying something like that.
Because the niggas ain't goddamn have their paperwork together. This ain't they show. You can't get mad at Netflix for doing
why
it
they had to
when
do
you have
red
12
balloons?
different YouTube pages doing the same
They could
exact
have did
thing.
any other color balloon.
I just don't understand. Like,
It's
that's
so
crazy
bad.
to me that a company that big would even like.
Take that.
Because why do we need to watch that
Because
on
they
Netflix?
getting
On national TV?
Because these niggas is getting millions of views on every video, and even the clips are getting millions of views.
But it's okay. But do we need
to
that
see this on
low hanging
Netflix?
fruit?
It
That's
ain't
low
about
hanging
us.
fruit.
It ain't about us.
It's a lot of things getting millions
for
of views on
Netflix. This is
YouTube.
about bringing this game that we have and giving it to their people. You know. Because guess who? Because look, the black girl. I don't even want to watch it if the black girl.
I
not
love
the host.
her too, and
If
I'm
she's
so
not the
mad
host,
at her.
like all the knockoff ones, all the young kids and all the ghetto shit in Cincinnati and St. Louis, I don't watch those. I don't like that. I like the professional one where that black woman, that beautiful black woman, is in her dress, being all elegant and shit. And so why did you pop your balloon? I don't want to hear all that.
Right.
So why pop the balloon? I don't want to hear all that. I want the professional shit. You know what I'm saying? And I like those because you don't see niggas, the quality of people, although they might be shit as far as like the way they talk and what they might want and who they gonna choose, they ain't up there looking like them girls from St. Louis, all right? Them girls
Why
from
are you
St.
talking about those
Man,
St.
them
Louis girls?
it looked like they had
Look, man, you ain't gonna
bites
be.
all over their legs from bed bugs, and
Hey, man,
they were
look.
crusty and
You
busted.
might have to go to St. Louis one day.
They know they
he's most
busted.
hated. He's most hated. He's most hated.
She hates Sexy Red.
I don't hate her, but I don't think she's sexy.
And where's she from? St. Louis.
She
And you
is.
said,
Yeah.
well, you should love him.
I think Sexy Red is beautiful.
He loves her.
I love Sexy Red. I love Glorilla too.
But he likes ratchet looking girls.
Hold on. They not ratchet looking women. Them girls from Cincinnati on that show, I can show you ratchet. them girls look crazy. One girl came out with her tongue like this, just doing a fucking helicopter.
So you,
And had the audacity to tell a nigga, "No, you're not my type."
I mean, there's levels to ratchet.
Oh
But
man, she came out with her tongue. Her
Sexy
tongue was
Red pretty
pure
ratchet.
white.
She's very ratchet.
She ain't that ratchet. Nah, see, are you from Southside Richmond?
He
Yeah.
said he
Was you
born
around
in-
when Blackwell was popping?
But
I've seen ratchet in Southside.
I mean,
way more ratchet
you
than
talking
sexy.
about Sexy Red now that she got millions of dollars and she still look
Oh,
ratchet.
she still
Nah,
look
I don't
ratchet.
think she
Like,
look
you know what I'm
ratchet.
saying? Like,
That girl is
them
fine,
other people
man.
was-
And he
them people
loves
was
it.
Because I've seen her and I've seen her face to face. She is fine, man.
She's not fine,
maybe the
babe.
millions of dollars might have changed that. Maybe it might have changed
not
that.
fine.
She fine as hell, man. That girl fine as hell, man.
not
She
fine. You know,
Glorilla, Glorilla fine as hell too.
She is very. She
You're not gonna
beautiful.
sit up if
She
you put,
beautiful.
If you put
I rock with
Glorilla
Glorilla.
before she
Spirit.
got the money next to Sexy Red before she got the money, you're not picking Glorilla over Sexy Red. I'm sorry.
I'm not picking
Yeah,
Glorilla.
Glorilla teeth was fucked up, man.
Even with Gorilla's chiclet teeth,
Nah,
I would have picked those.
It looked like goddamn that dude from. Let me chill. Let me
I
chill.
would have picked that over Sexy Red before and after.
No, now we being colorist. All right. No, I'm joking.
I'm
I'm
not
joking.
saying
I'm
because she
joking.
light
I'm just
skin.
playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. Well, let me ask you this. So on the balloon popping game,
Mhm.
they had a situation where this black woman was going on the line. She said that she don't like light skinned guys.
Oh, I did see that.
She don't deal with that. And everybody was saying how it was colorist. But then we also seen where a dude came up and was like, he doesn't like light skinned women. He likes dark skinned women. They didn't have that same energy. You know what I'm saying? It was like his preference.
I think it's
I
the
think
same.
they gonna flip flop it. I didn't seen it flip the other way.
I done
You
seen
know
it
what I'm
flip
saying?
so
I
many
think it
different
is the
times.
same, but I feel like because in our culture,
Mhm.
light-skinned women have always gotten the glory, and that's better, and it's high
Right.
maintenance to be that. So when a guy says I like black or dark-skinned girls, you ain't gonna hear no rebuttal because they ain't never
Absolutely.
got shit before. It's like,
Right,
oh shit,
right,
you
right.
like us? We
Right.
ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, that is a difference because colorism definitely derives from light favor.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's just really the reason.
But I think it's like that on both sides too. Because growing up as a black boy, I seen them girls look right past us and go for them high yellow niggas. You know what I'm saying? Them
That's
high-
what I'm saying.
You feel me?
That's what I'm
Like, I
saying.
seen
It
it
don't.
too.
It doesn't have a.
I've seen them dark skinned
It's not
women
a
be like,
gender
uh-uh.
thing. It is the light favor.
It's a
thing.
light
Yeah,
favor
light
because
favor.
they like you're right. It can't be a gender thing because I've seen like
Oh,
I
for
grew
sure.
up with a thing for black women. I like
When was it that dark skin came in? Because I remember it was a shift, and I was just like chocolate.
a lot. You'd be
It's the 90s.
surprised how many niggas.
Yeah, I want
love.
to say. I think there's different times maybe that occur.
Well,
but
Morris
the
Chestnut was
I would say
really
the
popping.
90s definitely there was a time for
DMX.
brown skin dudes.
But no, I think I
Even
feel like dark skinned
Lee.
women.
I mean, Spike Lee's.
I feel like dark skinned women and dark skinned men
Wesley Snipes.
both have they can be to blame for some of this colorism too, because at the end of the day, I've seen dark skinned men prefer only white women, prefer only light skinned women. I've seen dark skinned women prefer only light skinned niggas and white men. A lot of times their preferences don't be us brown skinned people. You know what I'm saying? Us other dark skinned people. And I'm talking about from experience. Like I've have dark skinned homeboys that only date white women. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't like their color. They probably was talked about when they were younger. And
that's the that's becomes like a stigma that they're trying to fight. You know what I mean? Because now you've made them hate themselves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They've been called African booty scrapers all through elementary
got
school.
I had a thing for dark skinned women. Like my longest relationship next to the one I'm in right now, but my longest relationship was a dark skinned woman. You know what I'm saying? Even though none of my kids are from dark skinned women. Although I'm curious, you know what I'm saying? Like what it would have been like. I have no issue with color. Just the women I had kids with just so happen to be light skinned. But the women that I've been in like serious in love with, not other than my relationship right now, you know what I'm saying? But serious in love with have always been the dark skinned women. But they used to push my little ass to the side. They never gave me that time of day. Like I'll go for the dark skinned women. They be like, you ain't my type. You're not tall enough. You're not light enough. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I got to a certain age that I started seeing women want them dark niggas with the waves and shit
and those
like
white
that.
teeth.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing when I was growing up. they called them niggas African booty
They
scratchers
did.
too.
They did.
And then they get older. Not everybody want the
And
nigga
it was
from
like, oh my
Moonlight.
God.
Not everybody
You
want,
really
not everybody
showed
want the dark
up.
skinned nigga. Not everybody want Denzel Washington's son. You know what I'm saying? But when I was growing up, they weren't fucking with that. They weren't fucking with us.
Times had to change.
They wanted those light skinned niggas.
A lot
They
of
wanted
things
Pablo.
changed. A lot of things definitely changed. And I feel like that's the internet helped with some of the changes that of black people embracing melanin, and like that wasn't that, like, yo, if we be 100 collective black consciousness prior to, and this is gonna sound too finite, but when Black Panther came out,
That's my son's favorite movie.
that was one of the first times in this era since like the 90s.
Since like the
90s, late 90s, that black people started to like actually pay attention to themselves.
Wakanda
being black.
forever.
You know what I'm saying? Like you start like, and maybe before that, like shortly before that or around that time, women started embracing their natural hair. And I remember that was like people were like, "Oh, what's that about?" Like,
my mama was like,
trendy. It's
my
trendy.
mom was like, "You need to comb your hair," and I'm like, "No."
Right. And then people called it trendy, and they were like, "Oh, it's like a, you know." But I was like, "Yo," I remember being in a barbershop, and I've been saying like, "Yo, whether it's trendy or not, some trends are healthy."
Yeah.
I said most trends are not healthy. I said this, if people actually embrace this and it becomes a thing, that will be a great thing for black people. And it has become. You know what I'm saying? And now you have all these natural hair care lines.
You said you like natural hair on women.
I do. I don't like weave. I don't like weave. I don't like the
Yeah,
screen
I never-
doors.
I
never
don't like
did
screen
either.
doors.
So-
I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like the.
No offense.
I hate dark skinned women.
He's offending.
I hate dark skinned women. I hate when I see a dark skinned woman with a blonde wig on. That shit just throws me completely off. I don't like it. I don't fuck with it.
That's fucked
You know
up.
what I'm saying? Like, nah, like I
don't agree.
I'll take you dyeing your hair before I see you with a synthetic wig on your head. I don't like that shit. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it sits up on top of your motherfucking shit. I mean, and you talking to a nigga who grandmother used to wear a wig. I'd be like, grandma, like sometimes that shit be lopsided. I'd be like, come on, man. Like when I know the hair under that shit is beautiful. And my grandmother had silver hair, bro. It was damn near purple. And that shit was beautiful. I didn't think she needed no damn wig. Like,
But she felt beautiful in it.
that's
and
cool.
all
You
that
know what I'm saying?
matters.
But I don't want a woman that think like that. That's just my preference. I don't like no woman that can't wear her natural hair out and
I miss wigs.
feel love. Even if, you know what I'm saying, even if that love coming from within. Like I don't like that shit. I walk around with my shit just like this. And when it's not done, it's nappy as fuck. I'm not hiding my shit. Like I am who I am. I like what it is. Like I prefer a woman that can walk around with no makeup on and still slay that shit as if she had a face full of. I like natural shit because I feel like all this shit is giving y'all cancer, and I hate that shit. Like I'm afraid of cancer, and I feel like when you out here getting these. We put all this makeup on that's tested on these animals and shit. That shit is giving you cancer. You know what I'm saying? When you out here fucking having all these synthetic wigs coming from China, you don't know where the fuck that shit come from. Those people, government-wise, those are enemies. It is over here giving y'all all these goddamn hair that you gotta bleach to get all the fucking parasites out of it and shit.
We might as well live in a bubble then and stuff
Man,
because
I'm
it's
just
in
saying,
the
it's
food
easily
too.
avoidable.
Let me be pretty. Damn.
You pretty without it. And that's what I want black women, especially black women, to understand that when I say that shit, it ain't because I hate you. It's because I love you and I think you are beautiful as is. Like, I don't, whether you're small, big, obese, let me take that back. Whether you're small, big, dark skin, light skin, brown skin, I feel like you do not need that shit all over your face. You don't need all that fucking shit, and don't get no fucking tattoos on your face. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Oh my God. This one girl that I follow on Instagram. She is gorgeous. She lives in Richmond. She does facial stuff for people. That girl's skin is flawless, but she has a fucking tattoo going from here to here. Why?
You hate it?
I hate it because it's like, what are you going through to make you do that? Because that's why when I think
Teach
of
of his
women,
own.
when I think of women who get these BBLs, these big booties, these big titties, I think I instantly think of insecurities.
Do you like women with BBLs?
No.
You don't find it attractive?
What's wrong with you? The bigger the BBL, the more the mental illness. That's how I feel. You know how crazy you got to be to go get this big stupid butt on your backside?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be as passionate.
What the fuck, man?
I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, or as critical. I do prefer. I am attracted to the most natural elements of Black women. You know what I'm saying? That's my, but I do also appreciate a woman that understands like the aesthetic aspect of like doing hair. Like my wife does incredible hair, her hair, and whether that's, protective styles or, braids or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I have an appreciation for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when it's done well. You know what I'm saying?
It's art.
But she knows that if she takes everything out of her hair and she's just wearing her hair, I'm super excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's like, this might only last for like a week. You know what I mean? But whatever. So it's like, but when it comes to like the surgeries and all of that,
hell no.
I'm definitely inclined to.
I laid on that table and risked it all.
Yeah,
I get it. You get your hair done. You might get some weave in. That's cool. I'm talking about these women that can't, like, as soon as they shit fucked up, here go another $500. Here go another $1,000 fucking weave, a $1,000 wig. Like, you never show your natural beauty ever. Like, once I get with you, I'm never going to see your natural beauty ever. We got it for 10 years. I only seen your natural hair once, twice. That's crazy. There's niggas out here that literally live like that. Like, I know them. I got friends who are getting money and they prefer their women to just, I don't want to see you about your nails done. I don't want to see you about your hair done. And I feel like a lot of that shit is because the internet is fake. And that's what the internet tell everybody, that this is the standard of beauty. For Black women, y'all are beautiful without any enhancements, bro. Like,
I used to date a guy that was like that. Like, he always wanted to see me with my hair like done. He didn't like natural hair at all. And nails done, makeup done, and I always had to wear heels.
Yeah, man.
And he wasn't like, if you don't do it, I don't fuck with you. But he was just very
judgmental,
adamant about that's what I like.
Right.
And if you're my nigga, I'm gonna put these uncomfortable heels on. But I felt like, damn. It came a point where I was like, do you even like me? Because I'm not
that's
the thing. And I think,
are you gay?
Right.
You got to start asking that too. Like, you need me to be so feminine and girl dolled up every time.
He's a sociopath.
Maybe.
He's a pure sociopath. Only what he wants. That's it. And anytime you break out of that situation, you know what I'm saying? It becomes a totally different person.
I think people kind of like, it's all about what perspective a person has gathered. Like, they might have got fixated on a certain image, right?
The phone.
Yeah.
But even predating that, because I'm sure you could go back in time where it was perms as opposed to natural hair, and it was guys that like, oh, you ain't got no perm.
You got beaded beads, not
Was it butt shots though?
Buck shots.
Might as well be the buck shots. You get shot in the ass.
Oh.
The fuck? Like, we come from the time when we've seen life before this phone and shit. Like, and we just seen the more the internet took over, you know what I'm saying, the more our community went to shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, we just, and like, you still got kids and people that follow the right route, you know what I mean? But you have people who are lost because the internet is fake, bro.
100%.
Like, the internet is fake. The internet makes you think that's standard.
Talk about that, like, even in the intro record, it's like, I seen surgeries sold to me as God's genetics or gym results. Now they trying to be consultants because that's the grift. You know what I'm saying? You will get the surgery and then you faking the gym. You know what I'm saying?
You too can have a body like this for $15.99 a month.
Yeah, right. And it's scary, bro. Like, it's scary. So then you out here got all this cosmetic surgery and did all this other shit. Then you have a baby buyer and you trying to figure out why your baby ugly. Because she's ugly. Low key, she's ugly. You just don't. You think she's fine.
Ugly people make a beautiful babies. What I
you
heard.
might not be ugly. She got a whole new face, bro. That girl does not look like that for real. She is a whole different person. And then your baby come out looking like this, and you like, damn, the baby look like me, the baby look like you. Who's the baby look like? She doesn't look like that.
I really find that odd to be in a relationship with somebody that never doesn't wear, who they are. Like at all times, you have
come
you
on,
have
I mean,
a
you
mask
have
on.
to see them at
Like
some
at
point.
one point, like
In the mornings.
But what happens
when they
you
having
get
the baby?
what happens when you get the lip injections and then you got all the cheek injections? You done had chin deduction and cheek
now you
sculpture.
talking plastic
Now you-
surgery.
Man, go to LA. I work with some people from LA.
LA's fake.
Them people, exactly. But these people go out
Remember
here,
that show,
they
Nip Tuck?
date celebrities, they marry celebrities, they do all this other shit, they have kids, and then next thing you know, your kid come out looking all fucked up, and you trying to figure out what happened. Your genetics fucked up. The whole time she got something wrong with her.
I need a freestyle.
Yeah, go ahead. Give us one freestyle before we go, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you never know. I just busted on
Everybody
you.
gave us
That's
one so far.
crazy.
So sit up in your chair.
Man.
You can look in camera 1, 2, or 3, or all 3.
I'm going to give you a verse.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a verse. One I feel like is appropriate for the conversation.
Okay.
It just hit me. I think I'll be rapping like I'm trying to get the slaves freed. I mean, if not freed, then at least paid leave. See, I too was mad at Kanye saying slavery was a choice. All that bravery in his voice. Because nigga, who was you to place them transgressions on our ancestors? But nonetheless, there was a lesson. Because today's slaves make wild choices, wild decisions. Prisoners of the moment, chain gang to the algorithm. See, I'm not saying we not systemic victims, but what I am saying is now we pay monthly subscriptions to the system. Addiction, handcuffed to our screens on a mission to perfect our depictions, fixated on fiction, making content about healing, but too content to really fix it. So it's trigger squeezing, suffocating, compromising, no contemplating, nobody focus on correction. It's all about who can find the best substitute to do their overhead projections. What about reflection? Opinions with no introspection. Confrontations with no chin checking. Arm defenses. Too focused on immediate gratification to see our long-term consequences. Condescending. Twitter fingers. Who can get mentioned more? It's like we're watching The Walking Dead, but all the zombies are retention whores. What are we fending for? Nobody goes to Big Mama's house no more for family matters. We lost the recipes in the trance. Shit, nowadays, if you look in a soul, you be lucky to even meet the grams.
Fire.
We love it.
Man, it was good to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, man. No, it was a great conversation.
Definitely
I had fun.
intellectual.
Because we can go on for a couple of hours.
Yeah, you already know how
yeah.
that go.
Yeah, for sure, man. We got anything coming up? Any events coming up?
Yeah, we doing Shaco sessions, another live album recording May 6th. So that's the big one. We got some other shows coming up. Southpaw Battle, we got May 18th. So May 18th. Yeah, so it's called How to Squabble.
We got to go.
At Center. Yeah, I gotta pull up. It's at Center. It's gonna be a good time.
Okay.
Since you like battle rap so
I
much.
do like battle
Yeah,
rap.
come
need to
outside,
out.
man.
I definitely be watching battle raps.
Yeah, you'll enjoy yourself for sure. Have you been to a live event?
I haven't been to a live event since 2018.
Okay.
There's a really good.
You should come.
The last one I went to was when, what's the dude from North Carolina? Heavy dude, dark skin. He always rapping that struggle shit.
T-Top?
T-Top.
Oh, you went to the URL
Yeah,
joint?
it was at Alley Cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
That was a good
around
one.
that time, man.
That's when I met all them boys.
I was in the mix.
Yeah, I
Crazy
met all of
then.
them. Yeah, man. But it was good to have you, man. Give me
Yeah,
the
Thank
socials
you
thank
for
and stuff.
coming. You're amazing.
We gotta get a picture before you leave.
Yes.
For
man.
sure.
We out this bitch, y'all. Peace.
Bye.